When did I realize that camp was awesome? Well, probably from the moment that I walked onto the campgrounds when I was 12 years old, but I think I would probably have to give it to the time that I sat on a bench with a couple of friends I had just made and laughed so hard that I almost cried. And it wasn't because we saw like some funny Vine or watched a funny YouTube video. We were talking about real stuff and supporting each other and making jokes about it and just experiencing joy. And you don't really get to do that everywhere. Either that or the time that I recited the lyrics of Baby Got Back as a poem for the Advisor Talent Show. That might have happened too.
So I've been to a lot of camps, and there's a lot of things I like, so it's hard to pick my favorite one. However, I'd have to say the best part is the atmosphere, because there's no other place that I've ever been, or I think you could ever go, where you feel as accepted and as loved as at camp.
Winter camp. It's really awesome because I remember when I was 12 and I had to do a trust fall and I could not do it to save my life. I have the greatest fear of heights ever, or I had, and it was really, really tough for me, and I could not build the trust up to fall back into the people that I knew were supporting me. But now, if I'm asked to do a trust fall, I can do it just like that. It's just so easy for me because I just have that love and that trust for everyone around me, and camp has built that for me, and that is awesome.
My favorite thing about camp, favorite experience that I've had at camp was when I brought my best friend from high school to a camp, and he was able to experience something that I had been telling about him for years and years. And he got to be able to be in that kind of fun energy and got to know the people that I had told him about, and then he started coming back every year after that. That's my favorite thing that's ever happened at camp.
My favorite part about camp are the angel washes that we do, and one in particular was super deep, and we had our eyes open, and it was part of an empowerment night, so it was a little bit deeper than a normal workshop. And I remember specifically coming away from that with such an empowered feeling and feeling so much love and knowing that I had impacted people's lives with my love as well.
One of my favorite camp experiences was actually at my very first camp when I was 12 in Oregon before the two camps integrated. I was 12 years old, it was my very first summer camp, and I had one leg because I broke the other one. And towards the end of camp, as a whole group thing in the Oregon camp, there's a river that ran behind the camp, and all of us got rocks out of the river and placed it into this very, very big labyrinth that went through a bunch of trees and stuff in a small opening in the forest that was near it. And it was so beautiful to just move all the rocks from the river into formation, and just the energy that was there was so beautiful and perfect. And having everyone work together and having Jamie Lula singing, getting all of us to sing songs together while we're working, it was so much fun, and I wish I could go back and see the labyrinth.
Camp is a place that I can call home. It's a place where I can experience spiritual growth with all the other teens around me, being involved and being active within the camp, and just having fun. It's so much fun to meet new people and be accepted no matter what. My favorite experience from camp was my very first camp. The very first time that I walked onto the grounds of the winter camp and the summer camp. I was so accepted and so loved, and no matter where I went, there was someone who wanted to give me a hug. It was by far the best experience that I've ever had.
Okay, my favorite part about camp is just really bonding with all these new people and old friends that I've made at camp, and just really feeling all that love and just acceptance, and it's just perfect, and getting all these love awards and giving them and receiving them and all this love, and camp is just a great place to be, and everyone should experience it.
What I love about camp is being in an environment where I can experience unconditional love and feel free and able to truly express who I am and grow and learn and expand and become my full potential. And I've never experienced that anywhere else.